Okay, so no Devar Torah this week, but instead you will get a brief message from a tired and somewhat disheveled-looking rabbi. This week, in addition to moving week for us and teething week for somebody here, it has been also the week in which we read Parshat Ki Teitzei, which is a great parsha, has a number of memorable rules and laws associated with it, including, quite famously, the law of the Ben Sorer Umoreh, the stubborn and rebellious son. As someone who has a somewhat stubborn and somewhat rebellious son, though clearly not by the Torah-itic definition, I empathize greatly. And, of course, it also is a fascinating case study when we look at rabbinic law to deal with the case of the Ben Sorer Umoreh, because this is a place where the Torah says one thing, and the rabbis go very, very hard in the other direction. They try to make it pretty much impossible to actually carry out the sentence of death against the Ben Sorer Umoreh, the stubborn and rebellious son. So you can read all about that in Masechet Sanhedrin, in Sanhedrin, the tractate of the Talmud. But the long and short of it is they look for lots and lots of reasons to disqualify the case as being one that fits the bill. He has to drink a certain amount of wine, he has to eat a certain amount of meat, and he has to steal from his parents in order to do so. His parents have to be similar in stature, they have to have similar voices. They play the rabbis with all sorts of details that are found in the literal text of the Torah when it talks about this law. So it's a great place for us to talk about deep reading of the Torah. It's also a great place for us to talk about rabbinic innovation. And we can do that in some detail, just not this week. Shabbat Shalom, be well, and have a great and restful